Good morning, afternoon, evening, as the case may be, in your part of the world. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Zen Archer, and this video is going to be about where I'm at in my life and where I'm headed, and really, I've been thinking about this. Really, an example of a certain attitude in my philosophies about getting things done and about living a less stressed life. So I'm going to give you an overview of where I'm at right now, where I'm headed right now, and invite you, of course, to follow along and see the things that I've been talking about actually put to practice. You know, a lot of people tell you about it. A lot of people say, oh, you need to do this and you need to do that, but they don't walk the walk. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to walk the walk, and I'm going to let you follow along every step of the way. So this will be either the epic accomplishment of Zen Archer, or this will be the epic fail of Zen Archer. Watch him on the street corner trying to catch a break. Whatever it is, you guys are going to get to follow along, and I hope that you will help me out by subscribing, friending, hitting the like button, and of course telling your friends you got to watch this. It's really interesting. And who knows, along the way, you might learn something. Or along the way, I might learn something, and I'm sure I will. So, let's get to it. Here's the situation as it stands right now. About a week ago, I put up a video called Pebbles. You can go back and check it. I'll put a link up. Um, and at that time, Mom was in the emergency room. She'd suffered another small stroke, had some high blood pressure, diagnosed with diabetes, and we knew that she was not coming home from this hospital visit. She was going to a nursing home. So my brother and I got together. We looked at some nursing homes. We did some internet research. We found a really nice place. And about a week ago, maybe a little less than a week ago, Mom moved into that nursing home. Now, the transition has been difficult at times, and understanding one another, and all of us trying to stay up to date, you know, with this meeting, that meeting, who said what. It's been difficult, but we're doing good so far, and Mom is in a much better frame of mind. She's still confused when somebody comes in the room and stuff, but she's getting out of her room now, and they're having her use a walker to get to the bathroom. They still have to take care of stuff, but she's using a walker. Um, when things happen, I talked to her tonight, and there was an altercation between her and one of the nurses, just a little argument. And she said, "Yeah, but that was yesterday. Today it's good." And that's a change in attitude for Mom. So that's a positive thing. She's in a good place. She's getting the care she needs. People that are her own age, all of that is working out really, really well. In the meantime, I'm busting my bucket to try to find a place to live. You see, about half of my income came from taking care of my mother. Since she's no longer here, I lost that income. Now, that doesn't mean I'm completely down and out or that I don't have any resources at all, but they're significantly reduced. So I'm making the rounds and looking for a roommate situation right now, perhaps later on getting my own apartment. But for right now, just a roommate situation would be within my budget. It's something I would feel comfortable knowing that I could handle. So I'm looking for an apartment that's somewhere between, or a roommate situation, somewhere between $300 and $400 a month, and that's a little flexible. I can play with that a little bit. I've talked to, or had contact with, let me put it that way. I've had contact with 12 different places. Out of those 12, I've gone to about half of them. I've gone to six, and actually either had a talk at length with the person who's renting, or actually gone and saw the place and told them that I would let them know. Out of all of those places, I've got two, maybe three, that are looking like they might suit my needs. One place already has cable, does not have cable internet, but is willing to add the internet onto their package, and then I would pay the difference in the bill. So we're looking at somewhere between $40 and $50 a month for broadband internet, and that will also mean Wi-Fi because I have a Wi-Fi router, so I'll be able to use it from wherever I'm at in the apartment on the laptop like I am now. The other place doesn't have any kind of internet, no cable, anything at all, And if I want it, I would have to provide it, and that could mean another $100 a month on top of what I'm doing now, which pushes the edge of where I want to be. Um, with the 300 to 400 a month situation, my current it fits my current budget, and I could do that. If I start having to pay electric bills and cable and water, sewage, all that kind of stuff, it's going to be significantly more, and it would be outside my ability right now, financially, in order to handle it. So I've got three places. One is really in a great location, close to where mom's at, near to the park system and all the places that I normally go. It's a really good place. The problem is twofold. First of all, it's very small, and secondly, the person that I would be rooming with has allergies and says that he's allergic to cats, and that means that Boo Kitty would have to stay in my room all of the time, kind of like he did here. Problem with that is that the room is a lot smaller. It's a very small room. Basically there's enough room for a bed, an end table, maybe a desk. So that's the downside, is that the smallness of the apartment. Other than that, everything's good. I've talked to the roommate, and looks like him and I would get along well. The other place that I looked at is a nice upstairs of a house. It's a pretty big rooms, nice good sized kitchen. He just moved in. He doesn't have furniture or anything yet, and I have furniture to sell, so we might be able to work something there. Boo Kitty would be allowed to roam the apartment. There's no allergies or anything. He's a smoker. I'm a smoker, and that's cool. Um, but there's no internet, there's no cable or anything, so I would have to pay to have that put in, and if he wanted to connect a television to it, then he'd pay part of it, but still, I would have to deal with that. Um, the location is not the greatest. It's still near a western suburb of Cleveland, which is a suburb that I'm familiar with. My children went to school there, both in grade school and in high school. So I know the area well. I lived there probably for 10 years in that area. But it's a good ways away from where mom's at, and that's going to be added expense for driving out to visit with her and driving home, which I want to do often because I don't want her to feel like she's been warehoused or something like that. There's still a couple apartments I haven't seen yet, but I am talking to people, and I'm pushing to get that done because um, I already told these other two people that I would let them know Friday night or Saturday morning, and that's 2 days away. So I need to shit or get off the pot and get that situation finalized. But it's looking good. Everything that I'm looking at seems within my budget. The people I've talked to all seem to be nice. The situations have their pluses and their minuses, and I'm balancing those out. And you will know what I've decided about those, and I'll show you where those places are at and stuff. Not exact locations, of course, but I'll show you what the places look like and what the neighborhoods look like. And you can follow along. And we're putting to practice the things that I've talked about living a less stressed life, about if you're not happy with your situation, change it, and making the concessions you need to in order to do that. And I'm certainly making some concessions here. Going to have to get rid of a lot of stuff, but I don't really need a lot either. So that's where I'm at now. I hope you'll continue to follow along. Of course, as I mentioned already, subscribe, like, favorite, and tell your friends. Let's get more views over here. It would be very helpful to me. Um, well, wasn't that pleasant? You hear? Now you see. Now you see how I'm sitting. All right, I'll show you. I'm sitting all cross-legged on my living room floor. I've got stuff laying all over the place. Um, Man, it looked good until right then, didn't it? Anyway, I'm not going to cut that out. I'm going to leave it in, and we'll see where it goes. Friend, like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Until next time, as always, this is Zen saying you be well.